men and women that are ready to bring the church in the next level. And church, we need to pray for that. Lord, continue to raise leaders. And 1 Corinthians 12:28, the word says here, God has set some in the church. In the church. Not just in different nations, but in the church. Because sometimes we feel the apostle, he is just there to get out of the church and go in different areas of the world. But he said in the church. In the church first, apostle. And the apostle was talking about that, and it's not his fault. He just came out of his mother's womb and later on found out he's an apostle. He didn't choose. So sometimes we have a problem with the minister that's the leader, but it's not his fault. The Lord chose. It's the Lord's. He said God has set. So if you're an apostle, you should not be ashamed of it. You need to stand, because it's not about you. It's God that has set. God has set some in the church first, apostles. The apostolic office is a ministry gift in which carries the vision, great authority, and great boldness. Now you can have many apostles, but they will still have one that is the set leader. You see, plurality and men and having a presbytery doesn't mean there's no leader. And a lot of ministers don't want to transition into the apostolic because they think, but if there's many, how about my authority? No. You can have 25 apostles, 50 prophets, 25 evangelists, 30 teachers, but in all of them there will still be an authority. There will be a spiritual authority. There will be a father in the house that will release fathers, but there still be a father in the house. And when you're a father in the house, you don't even have to preach it. When you come, they know. The way you speak, they know. The way you look, they know. They know you have that anointing. That's why I have a problem with people fighting to be the spiritual authority. If you don't have it, you will never have it. It's something you have or you do not have. It's in your DNA. You don't have to preach it. Well, I'm the father in this house. Okay, I'm the authority here. Everybody needs to abide by what I say. When you start preaching it, something is wrong. You already lost it, because you don't need to speak it. It comes out of you. When you preach, it's released. When you talk, it's released. When you walk, it's released. The way you dress, it's released. It's just in you. It's in you. You don't even have to write you're the head apostle. I'm the senior apostle. You don't have to write it. It's in you. Notice that Matthew 10:2, when the Lord was listing the apostles, he said, now the name of the 12 apostles are these. The first, Simon. And then he started talking about the rest. God clearly showed us that there was one in the 12 that was still the authority, the leader. That's why everywhere in the word, in the Acts, when they speak about the 12, Simon is Peter's name first. Peter and then Peter and it's a principle. So in the apostolic restoration and reformation movement, it's not because we will have many fivefold ministers in the church that we will not have an authority. We will still have an authority. And the church needs to understand this. And there's nothing wrong with that, because it's God's principle. That's the way God functions. And this principle flows in the church, because in every team there's an authority. In the praise team there's still an an authority. In the ushering team, there's an authority. In the prophetic team, you need to know that there's an. Now, sometimes you want everybody to recognize that you're an authority in your ministry, in the church, but you don't understand the revelation of the authority. Why is nobody respecting me? I'm the authority of the praise team. Maybe you should check the way you relate with the authority of the church. How come they're not respecting me as in charge of ushering? Maybe something's wrong in your heart. In the way you flow and understand, the way you understand and flow in the revelation of authority. Because what you sow, you will also. Apostles carry vision, great authority, boldness. Apostles don't just see local church, but its territory, its region, its nation. Even if there's many in the house, but there's one that will be in authority.